Man, come on, man. Intro the thing,
Alright,
big
cool.
man. Intro.
Alright, cool. Talk to the people. Yo, love and madness each and every time. You know how it goes already. Dadsrus, we're here to learn, to share, to understand. I hope everyone's good in that. Thank you for tuning in as well, man. I don't know if man said that before, but man, appreciate it and the feedback and all that stuff. The usuals in the building.
Come on now. Big up yourself.
Yeah.
9565 Brockway. You don't know the MySpace. Inside.
I don't have an intro like that. You
have to.
don't know. No, brother. I am who I am.
Come here.
It's mad. He's talking about MySpace, bro. It's a bit mad.
I know it's mad to be still talking about MySpace when MySpace is over, bro.
I know.
You understand?
No, it's still there.
Really?
No
MySpace
one's
is
dealing
still
with
there.
that.
No one got-
Zuckerberg times. This is Facebook times. And is that even the right man? I don't know.
Not Twitter. It's not even Twitter now. Where is it now?
Just say hello.
I know. You know what it is? You know what it
Just
is?
say.
Nah, you know what it is? You know what it is? Nah, I've learned. Nah, see, like, I'm trying to do this on programming, not being of the world. Certain things, like, so certain behaviors that we're used to doing,
Right.
I'm trying to break them. I'm on discipline, consistency over time. So instead of me, when I get up in the morning, press ups, little gym.
I
get me?
understand that. No, I know.
Start the date different, like, you
Yeah,
get
yeah,
me?
yeah.
When I'm on the phone with you, it's not. I'm not coming on the phone on this mellow tip. I'm coming on a hype tip, and that's everybody knows.
Alright.
100, every man. I'm on the
So
phone.
give us the hype then. Go on.
That was the hype, big man.
Why,
That
what's
was it.
going on?
Ring.
Oh.
Ring. Yo, Max.
Yo, big up yourself, 95 Broke, you done the mask.
Hang up.
Oh,
Hang
my
up.
days.
But I ain't got time.
No.
I ain't got.
I'm not gonna lie. That's rude.
disrespect.
I ain't got
It's
time,
rude.
bruv. We ain't
But
got
here's what I'm
time.
gonna do though.
You call the man back.
Ring off your phone all day, fam. You get me? To answer that, and I'm gonna stay do the same one. Oh, go on, big up yourself, 95
Nah, he does.
Broke, done
Max-
the
Max does that. He does
I'll
it.
ring you back, bro.
He does it. He does it.
Oh,
But you
damn.
good though.
Yeah, I'm always good, man. Always good.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes we have off times, man, off moments. But you're good right now.
Nah, like I said, I always will speak it, regardless of what's going on. There's always gonna be something. If I have something, I'll go and talk to the man. Then I'll talk it out. I'll find someone that I can relate to. But that my mind's always gonna be always good. Like I'm gonna always work off that. Simple.
For every negative, there's a positive anyway. And for every positive, there's a negative. It's just life. That's the way it is.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
Gandhi.
I'm good, man. I love what Max Tez. For me, it's Tez. But you get me? I love what man said. For me, it's the soul, bro. Even though you said the mind, keep the mind right.
man,
For me, it's
feed
the
it.
soul. I'm feeding my soul every day. Sometimes the mind is I'm gonna say it straight. Sometimes the mind is fucked. It's a minefield.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And sometimes there's just struggles out there. Do you know what I mean? Let me turn down my phone. You see how it's making noise? Yeah. But sometimes it's just mad what's going on in the mind. But I know in my heart, gut, and soul, everything is kushti. You understand what I'm saying? No matter what's going on, there's always, like you just said, there's always an opportunity for me to listen, learn, change, grow, and evolve.
It's life at the end of the day.
Life is lifing.
On-
And life never stops lifing, no matter how much.
And
you
the
wanna
mad thing about when he's just saying that the evolve thing, yeah, that's why I set up my organization. You see, I asked for a name of an organization. Someone gave me a name, Involve to Evolve. I thought that's heavy, I to E in it. So that was my charity back in the days. And all it was about challenging perception. So when I worked for prison services before, man them will go, "What? You're a prison guard?" I said, "No, you dumbass. I work in admin. You get me? I don't go into prisons. I don't even see inside of a prison." But when I went inside, I realized, wow, I don't like this kind of environment. Left and then went into teaching. Then it's the same again. People will automatically think you're one or another. Or the same way if you're a police officer. You don't have to be a police officer. There's so many different roles within the service. But people naturally think, oh, just I work for the police. No, you could be anything. It's admin.
Yeah.
So that made me have that organization Evolve to Evolve. And it's only now clocking that I've always wanted to be that. That's the type of person I am now. Involved to evolve. I got to keep evolving, challenging perceptions, challenge the way we think, how we feel, how we go on. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
No,
so that's why I have to, like, instead of me coming on the phone a certain way, now I'm gonna speak light into people. Every conversation I have, I'm gonna make sure I'm speaking light. We're talking upward. You get me?
You know,
That makes sense.
you see, like how we said that. Yeah, I feel like that's a beautiful segue into what you always want us to talk about, Dan. Yeah, and what? No, because Dan always says it like
I don't
because
even know what that
you
is.
did just say about you want to speak light and life into people, and that's what this platform's about.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this platform, although it's dads or us, we're not speaking just to the dads.
Nah.
Like we're dads that are speaking from our perspective and narrative and experience, but we ultimately want this to be a safe space for parents, for people.
Yeah.
Like we want to speak life and light.
Yeah,
into
start our
everybody.
mums for us.
I think.
What?
Start our
you
mums
know-
for us. I don't mind that.
I want to come on.
Yeah.
No,
We wanna
I hear
be
it. No, but we're gonna bring the mums here.
No, definitely. But
100%,
what we're saying to you, what we're saying to you, what we're saying to each other, what we're saying to you guys, yeah, is that this isn't a space or a place or a platform to be bashing mums. Pause. This isn't to be disrespecting mums, to be disrespecting dads, to be disrespecting anyone. This, because what I'm seeing a lot of. Let me dive
don't
in.
do it, fam.
No, I need to dive
You're
in.
getting in like that
Yeah,
now.
I need to.
Why don't you just ease it
No,
up
I
like
don't wanna-
foreplay
no,
thing?
no,
You're just
no.
on this.
Listen, shall I tell you why? There's a time and a place for foreplay,
Come away.
right?
Wow,
And there's a time to just get into it.
And sometimes it just wet up already.
Sometimes we have to just.
Sometimes
We got 10 minutes.
I'm turned on, you're turned on, we're turned on.
Let's
we're
go.
going at the thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like today's the day where we just have to go in at the thing.
Right,
There's a lot of man bashing woman, pause, and woman bashing man. There's a lot of hate speech.
Okay.
And just like, we're all against each other. And I've been seeing it so much, to the point where I was thinking, bro, are we a part of that? Because when we're speaking about our perspective, like our last one,
you know, that's a
our last episode,
You didn't discuss that before
I was
we
in
started.
a space. I was in a space in our last episode, not a bad space, but I was like, nah, man, women. Not that I'm disrespecting women, but just in a sense whereby I was speaking a lot about how women's behavior can affect, not infect, just affect us.
I said in there somewhere, I was like, you lot are chatting about women, boy.
You did
Mad
say,
one.
and I said to you then, no, we're not.
And you
This
keep
is
saying
our-
I don't want to paint you in a picture. You keep saying that I don't want to.
let me protect my brothers and that, like-
explain that
No, but we
again.
also
D.
want to protect our queens.
Yeah. go
So
on.
the whole point of not today's one, because it's not like we were going there. We've got many things to talk about, but in particular, I think we should start about setting the foundation, setting the core foundation.
Right.
Setting it right and letting everybody know from the get go.
What
We're not a
Dads
part
Are-
of that.
What dadsrus is, yeah.
Yeah, but we're not a part of that as individuals and as a group. We're not a part of that thing. We are not here to disrespect men. We're not here to disrespect women. In fact, we're here to do the total opposite. We're here to honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here
Against
to
the grain, man.
like we're here to honor ourselves and each other, and we want to make sure, in fact, that this is a safe space for us to talk and give others a safe space to talk. If you don't feel safe, let us know. We'll do what we can to make you feel safe. But ultimately, our intention is to do that. You understand?
No, 100.
Alright, so the dads are us thing, it kind of puts people. I don't think it puts them off, but they like, oh, it's for dads, and I have to say it's not for dads. This ain't for dads only. This is for dads to talk. This is for men to talk,
Right.
Because everyone can relate to a dad, whether you're a dad or not. You have a father somewhere, know him or not or whatever. There's one somewhere. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A granddad may have children. You're a dad, whatever it is. There's your brother might be a dad, and so on and so forth. So it's essentially men talking. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's got a what's the word? Catch a man's ear or whatever it is. Because if we say parents are us, I don't think man's going to tune in personally. As a example, parents are us. It's probably going to be mom thing and whatever. Dads are us, so the man them can catch on, and the ladies are just hopefully going to come anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? At some point in time.
No, you'd be surprised. Maybe I believe it'd be more female audience that we have now.
That's what I'm saying.
But
But
I mean,
at least
we get comments,
At least
or people watching. Like I got a comment just now, literally just now, about raw allow Danny, man. Someone saying to me,
What?
Yeah, I'm like, why? What did I do? It's like, no, you never did that. I'm just saying it. Just allow my boy in it. Allow my.
see,
And I'm
that
like-
could
and that's
cause
what I mean,
trouble,
that-
you know.
Yeah, Danny already.
Hey,
like,
what, so who's
so
the
already,
president?
so
Oh, what,
relax
you-
yourself, man. Don't relax yourself. But already people are. Danny's
got my
coming
back.
across
I like
as the
her.
sweet one.
I like her.
Do you know what I
She
mean?
got my
Danny's
back.
coming across as the sweet one. You're the funny one, and I'm the man that's ready to just hit them with the gospel. Hit them
Hey,
with the.
no, we're gonna have different energies and different days though. I feel like the last episode, obviously you're gonna have different entry points. That's the thing.
Right.
But if you was in chronological order, the last episode, you had some shit to say and you said what you got to say.
I had to say it.
Man's not gonna be like, no, today I'm talking or today you're talking or whatever it is.
It's just that, you know, it is, and this is mad because me and the other half had an argument about it already. You get me? Like the whole, like she actually said, she ain't gave me no facts yet, but based on what Dwayne's saying, sometimes we don't even know if we're part. We might be part of it, but I don't want you to feel like we're part of it. Do you get what I'm saying? It might feel like, and I think my other half was literally saying, "Nah, there's certain things you've been saying." That I said, "Give facts," because I'm the kind of person I'm like, "No, give me the facts now."
in terms of agreeing with him, you mean? What do you mean?
Nah, in terms of the male bashing, female bashing
Okay.
element. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give me facts as to how she thinks you're doing that,
How she-
or facts in general. Where is that happening?
The argument is, I'm saying, tell me where I've said something.
Yeah.
That makes you feel like I'm bashing women.
Yeah,
Alright, so-
but she couldn't give me the facts.
Alright.
You know that angers me. Innit? Like,
so
rah.
that was a
Like-
case of when I say this, you heard that. So you start talking about that.
Oh, you
and
went
then
mad.
Is that what it is,
That's the next
basically,
topic.
But wait, boys.
But it's right, though.
without talking about wifey like that. But
No.
Yeah, but it could have been.
But guess what this is now, boys? I'm gonna take it deeper.
No,
Again,
don't do it.
I have
don't.
to.
I'll leave
I have
that.
to because remember we
could just
spoke about this
insert
last
one
time
of the- we could insert a
about
clip.
sometimes. Yeah, insert a clip when, as a man, I'm speaking about this, and for some reason you may have heard that. Now, although that was a part of this, I wasn't speaking about that. I was speaking about this.
he actually
Yeah.
got it right again.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, you got
now,
it right.
what I've recognized, boys, and again, this is just for us to just have a little space to talk.
Yeah.
What I've recognized, and for those of you that don't know, we've got our homegirl Shanna in the corner there. She just doesn't want to be on camera. And me and her discuss the thing. Don't roll your eyes, big man. Yeah? Because it's love.
She's not a man, but yeah.
No, big man. She's a man.
Nah,
She's
yeah.
one of the man them. She's one of the man them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
has to be now.
But anyway, it's all love. Shanna. And I said to Shan, what I've recognized with Matt. So, you see what you just said there? You wanted her to give you facts. And this is what it is with men, right? Men, we need to think about what it is that's being said in order to feel what's being said. And women need to feel what's being said in order to think about what's being
No,
said.
pull up select the inside
Right?
book.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
was that
what it
again?
is-
Was that
so,
again? Because
men-
sometimes people have to take it.
I understand.
You went
So
deep.
in order for a man to make sense of what it is you're saying, right? We have to think about it in order to feel it. So we have to think about it first. When a woman is talking to us, ladies, this is in general. If you want to speak to a man, you can't speak to us like you would speak to a woman. Men, if you want to speak to women, you cannot speak to women like you would to a man. Ladies, if you're speaking to us, you have to understand, just in general, that we have to think and make sense of what it is that you're saying in order to feel it. Men, you want to speak to women, they need to feel what you're saying in order to think about what you're saying and make sense of it. Because women are emotional and we are logical in general. So sometimes when you're dealing with a woman that might be leading with her masculine, notice when she's triggered, all the emotion comes out. Because you cannot get away from being a woman. I'm not disrespecting no one. I'm not saying this is all women. Same with men. If a man's leading with his feminine, right? When man's triggered, he just wants the facts. I didn't say that. Just tell me what
Right,
was.
so-
You understand? It's just, so everything's logical. So we have what Tez is talking about there. When you're speaking to wifey, yeah, I do the same when I'm speaking to most women in my life. You understand, including the mother of my children. Now I'm learning to go. All right, how do I need to speak to her in a way that's
How do I respond?
how do I respond to her? How do I even talk to her? Not just respond. How do I even approach her?
How do I deliver this?
Right, in order to ensure, and I can't ensure.
What do you
she
mean?
gets it.
What are you talking about? After you give it, after you requested the facts.
No, don't request the facts.
No. After you request the facts, you ask them where your head.
I know you want the facts, but you can't ask a woman for the facts because what you're asking her is to
Right.
think
So
before she feels.
So we say, so before you give us the facts, we've got to stop.
You've got to stop
And then
and
we've got
pause.
to come at a different angle.
You've got to come
from
at
there.
and
Don't
you've
say
got-
the facts thing.
Don't say that then. And that's
that's a
very,
mazza.
it's very hard
So how
to
do
do
you
as a
know?
man.
Oh,
It's
that's-
very, very hard for us to do as a man because we now are going to do everything that is part of our instinct and the vice versa for a woman. She is like, why don't you get what I'm saying?
And I'm saying, why don't you get what I'm saying?
Right. And the
Clash.
reason why neither of us are
Pull
getting
over
what
the
we're
car.
saying. The reason why
Give me-
neither of
I'm
us
getting out, walking home. Just like you're an eater.
And the reason
Yeah,
why none of
doing
us
that.
are getting what each other is saying is because, like, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Because she's speaking Venetia, that we're speaking
Oh, but
Martian.
hear the
You know what I
madness.
mean?
This is where it gets dumb, innit? Because when we were courting and doing the most and that, like, we were like, you get me? We're in sync. You know what I mean?
everyone
You think,
understands
like, we
it.
have an understanding.
Yeah.
But we forget there's that other element.
But then there's an end goal with that. That's why, innit, though? Maybe. There's an end
Whoa.
goal with that.
What's
Whatever
the end goal?
Well,
There's never an
You just
ending,
said, what do you say if we're speaking on levels?
Courting, yeah.
Courting, there you go.
Right.
If we're courting, there's an end goal, innit? She's receiving it and we give
Oh, so you mean if I'm moving to you, there's an end goal?
There's an end goal. So,
we know what the end goal is.
So even though the
I'm
word
interested
might
in
have
you.
not specifically hit, the end goal is like, yeah,
Man took it to the road. You know when you're road, you say Pacific instead of specific.
Yeah. So the fact that, like,
Random.
even if I was in convo with the Pacific, she would be like, I know what you're trying to say. Let's fucking get there, innit?
Right.
Maybe
But
not
that,
so
No,
harsh.
that is when, like you said, we're
There's an end
all
goal,
in the
innit?
same
Yeah.
kind of.
We're in the same boat.
We're in the same boat. We're reading the same book, and we're on the same page. when we are
And
triggered,
not- yeah, it's
when we are triggered,
That's the
because
thing.
and I
That's the
say
main
we
thing.
because when
That's
men
the
are
trigger.
triggered, we just want to get to solution, man. Solution. What's the problem? Tell me the problem. Solution. I don't want to keep talking about the problem. I don't want to keep going on and on about the issue. Solution. Where are we? What are you saying, Nana? Are we done?
Can I do a personal one?
Yeah, are we done? Is this over? Like,
That's it.
do you still want to be with me or not? Like, because this is long. This is long, and she's like, no, I just want to talk. I just want you to understand what it is.
Wait, my man's in my head and I allow it, bro.
Right?
My man's-
So
Look,
she's-
I'm like, I'm not just gonna say next. I was gonna say that next. You get me? I would have said that next as well.
Right?
Hey, it's not a
I've actually
bashing.
been through this.
No.
It's not a man versus woman thing because
The
we're
whole
kind of.
point of this is to actually.
Then it started.
Yeah, but
No,
kinda-
watch. The whole point of this, what I wanted to say is, in actual fact, Mandem, do you know how much? I'm going to be real with you. Do you know what it could, we have no idea what it would even be like to be a woman. The same way you have no idea what it's like to be a man. But I'm talking about women are constantly having to deal with being a woman. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I'm talking about periods. Like,
Don't know
motherhood.
why you
Like,
don't- yeah, everything's-
there is
yeah,
so
yeah,
much
so
things that women have to navigate, right? That I don't think us men really take into consideration,
process, yeah.
right?
Wow.
And,
Which
we-
we
and the
can't.
reason why we don't take it into consideration is because we don't really have any concept of what the hell that means. For example, if you're on your period and you're moody, you're just moody. It's not a fact that you're on your period. I'm not really concerned that actually you're on your cycle and all you're doing throughout the rest of the month is preparing to be on that blood clot cycle.
Again,
Well,
Again, that's a lot, Ribway.
I was gonna go to Shan, but she's
nodding. Yeah?
yeah,
You-
vigorously.
what I'm saying to you is, I'm not trying to. I want us here to really understand what it must feel like, but I also want you guys to do the work too and understand what that must feel like for us. So we've got to have an understanding of ourselves.
Yeah, but how do we respond? So
Go.
cool, we understand that.
Go on,
How
go
do
on.
we respond to that now?
How do we respond to what are you asking?
So like
Sorry.
in terms of we now being triggered,
Right.
We know we want facts, this solution based. But you
Take
said
a
don't.
breath.
You said
Yeah,
don't,
take a
take the
breath.
breath.
Take
Then
a breath.
what?
Pause.
You
No,
said we
pause.
have to understand.
You
Yeah,
have
that's
to
where- that's
you
the-
have to pause. Women often are the ones who will want to go away and process things,
That's
right?
how mad is the pause.
We don't want to do that
because you got to fight.
We want to deal with it now. So if you're telling me what you said then, this is how I feel. I didn't say that. That's not what I said.
Yeah, see, alright, so I used
So
to be
now
that
I'm
guy.
I'm already mad that you
Yeah.
come to me telling me I said something I didn't say. So now I want to get to the bottom of it. I
used to
still
be
do
that
this to
guy.
this day, brother.
Go on, how do you?
Like, as in, listen, this conversation ain't ending until you logically tell me how you got what you got. How did you come up with 7 when I gave you 2 plus 2?
Yeah, go on.
No, but see,
Oh, so you're on that.
no,
I'm saying I can't do that no more.
I used to run.
what
Right.
do you
I'm saying I need to learn not
I
to
used
do
to
that
run
no more.
that
How do
question,
we do
yeah,
the
and
breathing, and then what do we do next?
no, because it now
Man
turns
said
into
breathing.
an essay, innit? If I'm asking, how did you get 7 and I've only gave you 2 plus 2? That's now an essay, and within that explaining of how I got to 7, I'm gonna question the 6 and the 5. Like, how have you got there? It's long. It just becomes 2 hours or something like that. I'm more like, okay, no, that's not what I said. What I said was, but then sometimes it can come.
No,
into-
that's still the logical.
Sometimes it can.
It's like you're doing a politician answer.
Bro,
You're
we're
doing a politician
we're still
answer.
in
Same
man.
answer,
We're still in man mode there. Which I'm not
exactly.
telling us to leave man mode. You can't leave man mode. They can't leave woman
Wow,
mode.
yeah.
We can't leave. Like, you have to lead with your feminine and you have to lead with your
No,
masculine.
but that's what's
Right?
wrong with saying.
I didn't say. You,
Like,
you see
no,
what I'm saying? Look what you're doing there. You are now telling me that I said it was wrong.
Nah,
Never.
it's for entertainment purposes. That's
I never said it was
Oh,
wrong.
my days.
I never said it was wrong. What I'm saying to you is, in that moment, we've got to go. And bro, when I tell you, I did it just yesterday. Like, I did it today on the way up here with Shan. But the difference is that the relationship, say, I have with Shan as a friend is that she gets me, I get her. So if I'm going off on something, she can just let me go
Reel it
and
back in.
then I'm just like, bro, she heard me and it's done. She can talk to me the same, so she can go off on her feeling, and sometimes she might have to say to me, "Let me finish, let me get this out," right? Because she just wants to say, "Nah, I'm done with that. I'm done with him. I'm done with her," and it's all emotion based.
Yeah.
She's not actually done. She's not actually.
Yeah.
She's done in that moment, but sometimes you have to let them say it. Like, it's like, let's just be more general and more kind of laid back. When a woman comes in and wants to talk about Sandra at work, right? I don't want to talk about Sandra at work. Yeah,
I mean, you don't want to listen about something.
I don't want to talk about
give
Sandra
a
at work.
shit
and
about
talk.
Sandra.
I don't want to listen nor talk.
Yeah.
Reason being is because if it's just moaning with no solution, because you told me about Sandra at work yesterday,
Every
and,
fucking
and
week.
every fucking week there's
Yeah.
something wrong with Sandro,
Yeah.
and you haven't taken the advice.
Just
I've given
move
you.
away from Sandra.
Move away from
For
Sandro.
fuck's sake.
However, right, we can't do that. Sometimes
Yeah.
the issue ain't as deep as we think it is, and they're not looking for a solution. Sometimes they just want to vent,
Yeah.
rant, and they want to speak to the person that they know.
Yeah, but you know what it is?
No, you see what you're doing there. You see what you're doing. Yeah, but,
No, but- no,
just
no.
Breathe that first
No,
before
it's
you
fine.
answer.
Yeah, no, it's calm
Go on,
because
go on,
it was lig. Like what you're saying is lig, but what I've had to learn to do is like pay an interest.
Yeah.
I've
Yes.
actually learned to pay interest.
Yes,
like I will
no,
actually,
yes,
we've
respect.
become gossipers now. So
Oh, no, I don't wanna become a gossiper.
No, it's not like that. You're not like
No,
that.
I know that,
We're
but I
best
hear you.
friends, innit?
You have to entertain.
Oh, I love that.
You have to-
Do you know what I'm saying? We've got to be like best.
No, I
She
love
likes.
that.
They like. Oh, I like when you're best friend. I wanna. She wants me to. We did that. I used to go anytime.
You have to.
Every time there was a story about something, I'll come home, but I elaborate on it more. I'll turn it into regular. I put regular sauce on it, innit? She's like, babe, can I tell her the whole, instead of just going to the point, I was go, yo. So I woke up this morning, yeah, babe. Remember, gave you a kiss and left the house, yeah. Right, drove down to, and I'm not talking.
So you give more details in order
Yeah,
to.
she loves all that.
She likes the foreplay.
So later on down the line,
That's what it
when
is.
I ain't doing that no more, but she likes that as a friendship. So to come home and gossip about, it's like, baby, you know what happened? I went this woman's yard
But that's
today.
you're being yourself though as well, isn't it? She obviously likes you, and that's you.
Nah, because as we come closer together and
learned
understand, no, this is what I started, and then we learned that certain things have to keep going in it. Because when you don't realize when you get into a relationship, you know,
Right,
you get
right.
complacent and that you
Right.
start like,
So you stopped doing the foreplay to a degree. You're like,
and that's
right, I need
where
to carry on with the foreplay.
You know what I'm saying? That's where
okay.
I know that it helps to have break conversations better.
Mm.
So when we do, that's us getting to know each other more. So in that sense, but when we forget ourselves and become complacent, especially in anything, it could be children, anything, you're gonna get a different result if you pay more attention.
And you also grow. So
100%.
the way you were in the beginning, you can still do what you were doing in the beginning, but you now have to do that differently because of where you're at right now. You've both grown from where you were at the beginning. You can't do the same thing you were doing in the beginning in the same way. So you can do this, you can do a similar thing that you were doing in the beginning in a similar way because it now has to suit where you're both at now. Because after kids, everything changes.
You see, when it's story time, yeah, when it's time to talk about, was it Sandra or Karen?
Whichever one you like. Let's not go Karen because Karen stands for something else.
yeah.
Know what I mean?
Catherine. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm a man that will, I'm gonna tune out. I'm gonna tune out for like 20 seconds of this, and I'm gonna catch that. What? Nah, lies. And I'm not doing this in person, innit?
No, they
I'm-
actually think you're
I'm in focus,
you're
innit?
involved. And you are
But-
involved, but you're involved in a way that you
Nah,
can.
that's dangerous, fam.
No,
You
no,
got-
but he's
Nah,
involved in a way
'cause
that he can receive it.
as we said-
because we still have to
Yeah,
recognize.
if you miss
who
the
you are.
wrong thing, it goes left, fam. Later
But
on, you
he
get catch
can,
out.
no, but at least he can hold that. He
Yeah.
can take the L.
Yeah.
If he didn't catch that part, he can say, "My bad, babe.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
missed
right.
that part. I wasn't listening. Can you go back?"
Yeah, or like,
why
no,
you rubbing
wait, I
that? Why
didn't.
you rubbing that fire in that?
Or you say, no, I didn't get that. Say that again.
Yeah, see, it's,
And now
and
you've
it's,
brought
you
it
see,
back,
you
innit?
see, even his eyes and everything is
you're
different.
you're telling them the secrets, though.
No, no,
Cole,
no,
that's the
but
man.
no,
No.
but we have to tell the secrets
The
so they
man-
know that we're actually.
The
Which
man
ha-
them are agreeing right
There's
now.
still
and
man
that's calm.
codes though. There's still man codes though, innit?
Yeah, no,
There's
Ah, sorry,
certain things
sorry.
that I don't know. Like certain
Nah,
things.
nah, man.
They're not, bro. I'm telling you, they're not. They do not pay that close attention. Yeah, women only pay attention to that which they're interested in. They are not that interested in us. They are only that interested in us when it suits them.
Wow, bro, you went mad.
And
Alright.
and the same for us as men. It's just in a different way.
Alright, can we switch it from them? Yeah. So when they're going through the cycles coming and all that, and
Yeah, yeah.
vigorously said,
Yeah, she did.
what are we going through?
What are we going through? That's a bit mad.
What's our like? So they're like,
No, there
preparing-
is no version of that.
There's no version. No.
I want that to be clear.
That's their thing.
That's their thing.
and
Our
each individual has
our
different things and
our
whatever.
thing
But,
is for me. I'll speak about me. For me,
well, no, you spoke generically, women.
I did. All right, I'll speak generically for
Yeah,
men.
yeah.
All right, I respect that. But I can't speak for
men, only
But you
because
can't speak for
I
women
can't
then,
speak
yeah.
for a woman when I'm not one. So I could speak generically for men, but the reason why I don't want to speak generically for men is because some men will be like, nah, bro, that's not me. But so I'll speak generically.
Yeah.
I think men are often having to deal with that, as in just that patriarchal, living up to that patriarchal life. So for us, and I think I said it before, we're often going like, raw, what does it mean to be a man? And often society says what that is. But how do I fit into that? Yeah? How do I fit into that? How do I meet that patriarchal thing of men when I don't look like Tony Blair? I'm not those men. Those men that women are talking about in general, I'm not that man, but I still got to meet that in some way, shape, or form. And every day we're battling with that, and we're battling with that not only with ourselves, but other men and with women. Because we're trying to find ourselves in this world and we don't actually know who the fuck we are, right? So we're constantly having to, and I think women think we know that. So when women are dissing man and saying there's no good man, we're kind of like, rah, I'm just trying to find myself and see where I fit in as a good man. And I get that wrong.
I'd be like, I thought I was a good man. What the fuck?
Or like, I thought I was a good man, but I get that wrong sometimes. But I'm only really ever reminded about when I get that wrong. When I was getting that right, nobody screamed my name. Nobody said, "Oh, do you know that, Dwayne?" But when I got it wrong, everybody said my name. Everybody knows. Everybody says, I knew it. I knew he wasn't that nice. And men are having to navigate what it means to be a man. And I'm not saying women aren't. We just speaking about what it's like for a man. Men are constantly having to battle.
But we only just discovered that as well. This is the man we're reprogramming at the moment.
Who just discovered that?
I always saw schools and the environments that we lived in, and this is only talking from my view and my view only, is that no one sat me down, like literally, and said, yo, this is what it is to be a man. This is what it's like to be a man. And break down on certain ways I behave, or just that sit down. I don't really remember any mad situation, and this is a thing that needs to be regular. You need to have someone around you. Now society's changed, where now this is where the bashing, man and woman bashing, this is where the confusion started, because man them started to talk up a little piece. We've been speaking, but now we're speaking differently. And now it's the kind of thing of now we're on the come up a little bit, and the podcast and all these kind of things now, and it feels that way. But all we're trying to do is find ourselves, and as we make mistakes, we get better. We don't get better. We get seen like that. I'm only hearing stories of man them out. I used to go primary school, go college with, and all that. Their minds are gone now. Their man have gone down some different, and suicide rates have gone up even more. And one of my close friends only the other day, man jumped off turned on the gas, and then jumped off his roof.
Yeah.
What?
And survived though. He jumped off his roof. Do you get it? So it's kind of a thing.
I'm
mad.
happy and sad
for
man, because it's like he went through so much.
Yeah. No, but now he's got to go through that as well.
Yeah, what's his state now, brother?
He just mental health now, innit?
So what you touched on though, you see what you just touched on, it even brought it to another place that I wasn't even going. But that right there is exactly what it is. The question that you asked, Dan, is what Tez has touched on. He's right. It's like men are only now realizing that we have trauma, that we need counselling, that
all
we
this
need,
madness.
like we need therapy. Man have just been told to get on with it. Man up, yeah. As I'm sure women have been told also, just get on with it as a woman, blah, blah, blah. But there's also been support networks for them. And I feel like men don't have that. And we're only now finding that. But some men are just speaking about that from a space of going, women. Blame, fault. And it's kind of like, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, no, you gotta be accountable for yourself in all elements.
Fault and blame is something that I just can't lead with. I'm not saying that it doesn't have its space and its place, but I think responsibility and accountability, now that's a powerful tool. Fault and blame, you leading with that is bollocks. If you're leading with blaming man, if you're leading with blaming woman, and not taking responsibility and accountability for you and your part and your role in any situation, any and every situation, any and every relationship, you are starting on the wrong fucking foundation.
I think man said it in one of the other episodes before. Like I genuinely love looking for the accountability, because once I've looked for it and I found it, it's like I ain't doing that shit again.
That's
so
true.
For me, the sooner I find it, even if it's like, right, you definitely did something to me, but the sooner I find but I should have been earlier, then I would have.
You get it.
Whatever. The sooner I find whatever part I played for that thing,
it feels good
situation
to find
or circumstance to happen,
Yeah.
is the sooner I can say, well, next time you need to be on time, bro.
That's why I call it the coin. There's the flipping the coin effect. Like I always say in my head, I've got a magic coin. So anytime there's a situation, flip it quickly. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that flip is like, all right, I got no money means I can't spend. Just quickly as that. Just anything I can do to flip the situation to make, because I don't want to have no time to be regretting, and time goes on, the sun's still shining, the world's still going round, and that one element can flip man's script. You know, back in the day, you do that, you get a madness. The first thing you want to do, go smoke, go and that's it, drink, change direction.
Basically, just react.
Yeah,
react
there
to the
could
way
be
that-
something so petty, like you just said. Maybe if I just got up earlier and done
It might have still happened, didn't it? That person
Regardless,
still might have crossed
you
the
get me?
road or whatever. But the fact is that I did my part to do that right today. It's like a parking fine. I used to get them on the regs and parking fines, speeding fines. Like, fucking traffic warden, they could traffic, but I fucking parked there though. That's where it's kind of ends, isn't it? Really and truly ends there. Oh, I got a couple brethren. I always get tickets, fucking ticket. Yeah, but did you park? Why did you give them a reason to do it? I know they are a dickhead. Don't get me wrong, because I've had beer with them as well. But at the end of the day,
I must make it to the patty shop.
I don't do it no more.
I'm gonna park there for 2 minutes. Patty
Yeah,
shop,
2
you hear me?
minutes. And man still does it. Don't get it
Go
twisted.
to the patty shop. Walk on, Bridget, you're good.
Step outside.
Come and go and bust up. Yeah, what? You want to go and buy a beer? Let's come, man. You get me before you know it's 4 hours later.
I checked my bedroom studio the other day. I must have been about 10 minutes over the time. I was on point. Like, yeah, I gotta go. My alarm went off. I gotta go. About 10 minutes and there was a ticket there. I can't be vexed. I'm vexed that it's only 10 minutes. You fucking stood there waiting for my fucking car.
You know you drove around for the block. I drive around the block when I drive around the block.
I still did 10 minutes.
The thing is, it makes no sense.
No sense. I drove around the block. They've
do
gone
10
already.
minutes.
It's like they vanished.
Even if you find them, bro, they're gonna say, "Yeah, you have the ticket."
Yeah, why did
That's
you
the ticket.
Why did you make him African?
They're always African, bro. The fuck? What you talking about? And just so
Don't
we're aware,
discriminate, man.
just so we're aware, yeah, they're still my brothers, but they're always African. Them man, they don't play. They have to be African anyway. They have to be strong-willed. It's either Jamaican or African, and it's very rarely
Nah, in
Jamaican.
Brixton, there's one white Donny that he done it for years with the
and
scruffy hair.
that's why.
Bad man, that one.
Because he already knows the area. He's already aware. They all know him. Tony. He's like, I've already told you. If you're, I always give you grace. Don't I? I do.
It's bad.
He don't even talk. This one don't talk. Everybody just knows what time it is when he comes.
Yeah.
He's so established. Like,
But I think like we're also maneuvering though. Yeah, the finding who man is and finding self and all that kind of stuff. I think that's definitely something because like I don't know, like where we say I don't know. I think a lady can.
Man is trying to bring Shanna into this conversation
because I'm not as brazen as women. No, I can't do that. Innit? I tread carefully.
All right.
I think a woman can probably, how it looks to me, relate to some sort of bitching somewhere, whether it's a chat show,
right?
Whether it's a movie. He cheated. There's always some sort of relation. Like, yeah, exactly. I get that. But you don't really see much men's scenarios.
No, men's scenarios are
to
always
be able
negative.
to relate to. Yeah,
men's stuff to relate to is we're dogs.
Yeah,
like there's no. So either you're in the top percentage of men where you're either like, oh my god, he's a king, where he's amazing, or we're dogs.
Or you're just a bastard.
The middle ground donnies.
yeah, it's like they're disappearing.
The middle ground man,
like, don't know what to do. Should I be?
We got no space.
We got no space because. And if you think about it, like they're talking about these things now, like nobody's dating, nobody's moving. Man don't want to move to girls because it's like if I move to her, I'm disrespecting her by moving to her. If I don't move to her in a certain way, and women are like, I don't want man to move to me, but I want man. Huh?
Yeah,
you know, so there's so again, and that's coming from the space of just everyone is afraid to be themselves, and everyone is afraid.
And the online thing's been a big thing now. Like the online date.
I know nothing about it, but I know it's a big thing.
It's a big, massive thing. Like that to me is a different type of mindset you have to be in to do that for me because I'm used
That's
to
just because we're not from that generation, bro.
Yeah,
that's not our thing.
But but it can happen. I've seen guys literally and females that you think, all right, they're from my generation. They've had to.
No, they've had to adapt though. They've had to adapt. So
Yeah.
those people from our generation that are into that, they're not been in relationships like myself and you. They're not doing the things we're
long
doing.
term and all
Our situations are different.
Yeah.
So for me, like I couldn't even. I stay open,
Bumble
but I
being
couldn't.
that Tinder.
I don't
even know Bumble.
And then you can see anybody on there that's a man.
I don't even know Bumblebee.
Have you
I don't even think it's called Bumblebee. I think
like
it's called
your-
Bumble, bruv.
Look like
I'm
your,
mad.
I think, but he added the B.
I don't know the
Dead.
But again, I don't know.
like your dead t-shirt is what it looks like, the Bumblebee thing.
Wow, the shots in there.
No, I'm saying, yeah.
Bro, we're just
You're gonna
having
wear yours, but you couldn't.
we're just having a conversation, and this man tried to bring it to the teams.
Hey.
Hey, big up Jamaica though.
Come on,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, we do that.
Come
we
on,
do that
come
at the
on.
time
Big up
of
the Jamaican,
recording this. Yeah,
the Jamaican ladies, them, you understand? I represent.
Netball and football.
Oh, netball too.
yeah, I didn't even know that.
Lot of mercy.
Big up Jamaica.
Good to see it. And you know, is it? And it's like long overdue.
Yeah.
Like we're good for the we need to have the 100 meters and the late.
You know, no,
Athletics,
both
yeah.
obviously represented.
But I'm
Jamaica
saying
with it.
like, yo, it's good
Jamaica
to
with
see
it.
the females just like, and because football's been quiet, and all of a sudden it's all about the
I didn't even
England
know
girls,
that World Cup.
Yeah, it's nice.
and then
It
bam,
is
it's
nice
the
to see.
Jamaican team. Anytime them two play, blood fire.
Mad thing.
England and Jamaica.
I think.
I-
You
what am I-
supporting?
Huh?
What?
You supporting if that happens?
Oh, you went mad. Why did you point at me?
Because you're a football man.
Yeah, Well, I'll come to you after, but you said it, innit? So
Who am I supporting?
yeah.
I think I'm going to support Jamaica.
That is mad, isn't it? Naturally Jamaica, innit?
Yeah, I think I'm going to support Jamaica.
Naturally, I'm gonna do that,
But
but
I
I
got
thought-
nothing but love and time for England. But no, it's Jamaica. Why am I questioning it?
Yeah,
it's
it's
Jamaica. You know
Jamaica.
where? Because we've got to remember how they treat us in England. Yeah. Let's go to the men's.
This is the only time we can be
No,
in.
we got to remember what happened with the men's team, yeah? Like, we got to remember these things. So as much as the women's team and the men's team is different, it's still football. These motherfuckers don't like us when we don't do what they like.
Aye, and miss
Yeah?
penalties and
So at least with Jamaica, they're not gonna. If we lose, yeah, man, we lose. It's all right, you know. We steer together, you know. But in England, you black cone, we're dead, bruv. We're
and the
dead. to them.
vibes. We've been different vibes when it comes to football as well.
But they violate us when we lose. They violate all the black people. So England, I big you up.
They do it all the time. Not
all the time. I big you up
all
as
the-
a person that was born in your country, and I consider myself an Englishman.
Taking a
But
knee in that.
You understand? I'm Jamaican and African at heart and soul, and so are you actually. Want to come just blasted?
Yeah.
Rape and pillage our people and God that say you went from Africa as well. Don't let me get started on the history.
Wow.
Yeah, no, don't.
Don't let me get
the-
started on the history.
Before the football thing, I'm trying to find the message that someone gave to you. Yeah?
All right, whilst you're finding it, can I ask a question though?
Go on.
What do you lot think about the pay gap
To who?
with the women football and the men's football?
That's quite sickening still.
Should it be?
You know what it is?
Should it be equal? Should it be equal? Should women get equal pay?
Never thought about it. Go on, you can take it first, but it's like of course
It's complex.
The easy answer is of course, yeah.
The
Of
easy
course.
answer, the answer, the diplomatic answer, and the one that you would like to say honestly.
Yes,
of
okay.
course, I would
Yeah.
love for it to be equal.
So the one I would like, of course.
but in reality, can it be?
But in reality,
never lie, man.
I don't
Don't know
believe
why, man.
so yet. Based on, like I just said, I didn't even know about the Women's World Cup. So they're not getting the ratings. They're not getting the audience. Football.
It will come though. I think every time it will
I
come.
think once
it's
that
already
comes,
come already.
Once that comes, 1000%. I don't think it should be equal pay.
Yet.
No, I don't think it should ever be equal pay. I think the pay should meet and match the thing.
quality
So
of your-
the quality. So even if they surpass, they should get more.
Yeah, but
So
it's
why
gonna.
should-
You know what? It's
do you
gonna
understand
be.
what I'm saying?
Football's
What-
gone mad
what I'm
already
trying to-
though. That's
no, but
the
what I'm trying to
only
say to
thing
you is
about it.
if they become more popular,
Yeah.
they shouldn't get equal pay.
should
They
get
should
paid.
get
Right,
the pay
but
that
yes.
they're worth.
Exactly.
So if it surpasses men's football, they should get
Get
paid
paid more.
more.
So what I was trying to lure into was the fact that football, in a sense, pays for itself.
It does.
Men's crowd has got more. The men's game has got more.
Men's game, yeah.
Which has got more tickets
Yes.
sales, more.
So
t-shirt
it makes
sales.
sense that they make more money.
So there's more money to be able to
Because there's
put
more
into
money
it,
generated into
Yeah.
the sport, into their side of the sport.
Exactly, which allows them more time to train and stuff like that.
All right, cool. So that's our view on that, guys. We believe in equal pay, but in actual fact, we believe in worthy pay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the money
Worthy.
you deserve and your worth.
That's the one.
Hey!
As the women's game grows and everything, yeah, of course. Like,
Standard.
But you know what? Because the man them one's gone a bit mad at the moment. With the pay gap's gone even worse at the moment. It's
Yeah, but
gone
that's
into-
because they're man, they're earning
it's
some
gone,
big people.
Yeah, it's gone. It's OTT. Even now, I'm feeling that I love a football like that. There, them type of money there.
Man should be
Per
performing
second.
miracles, innit?
What's the one where they say man's getting paid per sec? 22 pound a second and that.
I don't want to talk about
What?
it, bro.
that's obviously when you break it down, innit? But yeah,
But bro, to come on 21, you could break. Someone can break down your salaries out in the open,
Ruben,
and
they're
you,
getting so solid song per second.
20. Nah, bro.
in
What-
pounds though.
In pounds, though. No seconds.
Nah, bro. That's
I mean, big up so solid, I mean.
What was the? I can't remember which one of these I was going back to. But so Max put out like is there any questions you may want to ask
yes, you did,
and
yeah.
whatnot in the conversation for the next show? I can't remember what we just spoke about to which question I was going to go to. Cause there's a couple in it.
I think what question was
I believe it was the one that was in my head was, I believe,
Yeah.
do women in general,
Yeah.
get away with things? This is from a woman, by the way.
This is from a woman. This is a woman sending the question.
110%.
Okay, cool.
A woman sent the question.
So we're not trying to outsmart you, and it's not a question from us.
Yeah, you know the
And we
ways
now
there.
just say it's from a woman. This is actually from a
You
woman.
got receipts and that.
We got receipts. All right, say nothing.
She said she's got a few, but we'll go with this one.
Yeah.
Do women in general get away with things in society more so than men do? For example, female abuse towards men gets taken less seriously,
Yeah.
and in some cases, it even gets laughed off. laughed at, let's say.
Yeah,
Laughed at.
yeah, laughed at, laughed off. Tez, do you want to start, or can I give you a little story?
Do I go again?
Nah, you gotta give
Do
this-
women?
you gotta give this-
Let's
yeah.
give it.
All right,
give it to
okay,
you.
give
So
it.
you
let's
think
go.
about
Let's
it.
marinate. Go on.
Man said marinate.
Yeah. You don't marinate, and then you think about it. Which how we're sophisticated. We have cameras. You get me? Which one am I getting into that one? Do women? So you could kind of answer yourself and talk about it at home. Do women in general get away with things in society more so than men do? For example, female abuse towards men gets taken less seriously, and in some cases, it even gets laughed at.
Nah, I got this is
Are
a
you
massive.
going? Are you going?
Nah, no, I'm not good enough.
question is-
I can't. You know what it is, bro.
Do women get away with things more?
That's a mazza.
I think so. In terms of the
Wow,
abuse,
just like
in
that,
terms
you
of
just
the
didn't
abuse
think about
thing- In terms of the abuse thing,
No, but wait. In terms of the abuse thing, or in general, because she asked two questions. She gave an example. The example was the
You're right,
abuse.
you're right.
So, do you think, in general, that women get away with more in society? And then we'll go to the example. You lot don't. This is why I always go first.
I
'Cause
know,
You lot
nah,
always. You
I don't
lot
mind, I don't
always-
mind.
Sit on the
No,
fence
you lot
and
always
that.
sit on the fence, bruv, and you lot let
Yeah.
me go, yeah, and then say raw D.
and then your
No,
friend
I'm not
says,
saying on the
nah,
fence.
loud
I'm not
Danny.
saying on the fence. I just see that because you done the example with the abuse thing.
It's a strong
I'm like,
example.
I can't.
Yeah, it's a strong
I'm
example.
like, it's a strong example, but I,
All right, but think in general first before the example.
Man, get the juice,
can
please.
happen. I don't know.
Go on. I'm gonna say no product placement for you, Captain.
Because it's the same thing again, innit? Where we're just general, like we're just going from our perception, what we see in it.
Yeah.
I might feel, yeah, women do get more than men, but I'm like, men might be doing it to them. We might be I don't know which way it is. Like I can't analyze it.
But
Can't
in
be
your
fact-
life personally, what do you think?
Yeah, women get away with madness.
We'll let D go last. Go on.
But then you know what it is? Nah. See, from my experience, when I weigh it up now, because I'm proper calculating in my head, like, you get the...
yeah.
Nah, man, them get away with a lot still.
In like what sense?
You know what it is? Just based on how certain men have had it in their life, and yeah, they've abused it. I've probably been a perpetrator.
No, I need more example. I need a stronger. I need what are you talking about, bro? Like fornication.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, like that. We've
So
been
you're
getting-
talking physically,
Yeah.
like
Cheating.
cheating and stuff. So you're talking in that way.
That also has the other impact as well. Mentally, can do all kind of things.
Yeah.
It's like I always look at it as that we have this whole woman, and we're like, yeah, but she's a bit mad at them. She's like, nah, I not really want you at the moment. Yeah, nah, I can't really. So what we start doing is that we start adapting to the way they are. So I see women like palm trees. You start adapting. All right, babe, but I'm gonna. Then we call in. Then we get in. And then some reason, once we've got this palm tree, beautiful thing, and we start tapping away. We don't even mean to do it most of the time because they don't understand us. We don't understand them. That's the man thing you were talking about earlier, where we're just literally tapping away. We can't chipping away at bits and pieces
to get what
And
it
then-
is that we want.
which we don't even know what it is most of the time. We don't. Why are we going at you?
At that point, it's normally sex.
Do you get what I'm saying?
At that
could be that.
right?
It
No,
could be-
at that point, more
Probably
often than that, men are just trying to chop.
that could be the madness. And then literally once we got that, we don't know how to manage it after.
Right.
Some man come to their senses. Like we get so lustful and sing, yeah. Once we come, we're like, I don't even want to be here. Like this is not what I wanted in the first place. Like we did
The
you get what I'm
chase,
saying?
basically.
Yeah, the chase.
The chase is great and everything, but once the chase is over,
That's why I say I'm like equalizer now. I'll look at the situation, I'll see ahead what's gonna happen.
It sounds though, Tez, that you're speaking about specifically.
Yeah.
Cheating.
For my example.
sense. No, but you're talking about from obviously let
It could
Dan
be
go
cheating.
next. No, or just physical.
And it could be just the way man them speak or behave
So I
towards women,
think
you get me?
because I think there's two different things that you're saying. So it's almost like that question is saying, do women get away with things? And you're trying to say, yeah, they do, but I think men get away with things more in that sense. That's kind of like the body count thing. Like a man can get away with having a body count
right,
and
that
women
way.
can't. So I feel like you're talking more from that perspective and narrative, which I think you're right. It's kind of like, are there double standards for men and women? And there are. But what's your view, Dan?
I guess that kind of relates to. I guess a more specific question is in a relationship, maybe. Mine. I guess I go with the abuse thing.
You're gonna go straight for the example.
I guess the example in it because it was
Alright.
there. No, do you know what? Get away in general. I think so.
Which one that
I-
women get away with things more in general than men?
I think so. I
Yeah.
think.
Can you give something specific or you
I
just-
think the opposite sex is allowed to make more. It's got more space to make mistake than I have. I think
as a man?
as a man, in terms of
what?
being a
Relationships?
parent,
Okay.
in the relationship where it's like, if she's willing to go off,
Not wrong.
if she's willing to go off the handle and well, what did you do to her? The fuck, man? I ain't fucking. Do you get what I'm saying? If I go off the handle, well, chill out. You can't. That's a woman. But it might be the exact same scenario both ways around. You're allowed to go off the handle and do the mad thing and the madness. If I go off the handle, this whole place is getting mashed up, Incredible Hulk style. I can't do that, but you can go off. Your expression might be volume, some bad words, and I always say, be careful with your tongue. I've heard too many things in my years. Be careful with your tongue. Your expression might be to just the tongue and just say this and that and whatever. I'm not allowed to express myself in anger and frustration because the whole place is gonna get mashed up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
What based on
You talk about the difference
you
between a man
or
and a woman.
once you react, it's gonna go left.
Our
What do you mean?
our reaction is like, whoa, what are you doing, bruv? Their reaction is like,
So he's saying if the same thing happens, say like something happened and she goes off, she's allowed and given that space to go off, and everyone will probably be like, still turn to Danny and be like, what did you do to make her go off?
or don't react. It's a woman.
Yeah, right. Or if he goes off reacting to her doing that, everyone's like, oh, whoa, what are you doing? Like, you did that, so let her go off. If the shoe on the other foot now and she done something to him and Danny goes off, they're still gonna look at Danny like he's the ogre.
Yeah, you're a monster. What are you doing?
Do you understand?
Yeah, no, 100.
In that sense, in terms of the abuse, but I mean, yeah, I can't really talk on that one. I can't talk on that one. Do you know what? Fuck it. I was gonna say a mental.
fuck it.
I was gonna fuck it. It didn't even come out right.
Yeah, fuck
the nerves. The nerves was like, are you sure you want to do this?
Mm.
I'm gonna say in terms of mental. I think a woman can twist up a man's head. I think, and I think that can be.
All right.
That
See, I
can
really
be-
wish you lot could see Shanna's face.
That could be.
Shanna did
what,
this.
What
that.
did she do? Is that good or bad? What's
She
that
looked
mean?
as if to be like-
Let me not look. Let me
No,
not
he
look.
looked as she looked.
Nah,
What she
this
said?
is
Am I lying when I
interesting
said no? No. Am I lying? Shan,
Everything
what she
that
said?
she's doing that don't make no sense. Nah,
No, she said no.
I must
She's
say
saying,
no.
Shan, tell me if I'm lying. You can obviously just nod. She's like, he ain't lying. She's
No,
like,
she did not.
Listen.
she's no.
Wait,
she's
wait,
saying,
wait.
No,
I
she's
know
laughing.
Shan.
Keep me out of it.
Yeah. No,
Well,
no.
she's
This
stuck.
here is important. Nah, this is important.
No, she said.
Back to Instagram.
She said her
Nah, you're
eyes
moving-
looked up. I know Shan in it. Her eyes looked to be like, he ain't lying.
Yeah.
No.
No, but understand
She's-
that she
alright,
would
alright,
also
cool.
be. She would also say the same about Mando. Like Shan said, or Shan, I'm not chatting Shan's business, but Shan's gone through things in her life where man's tried to twist up her head. I know bare gal where man is. So Shan would also, if I said to her, nah, but man would twist up gal's head. Shan would do
So
the
which
same
way
look.
we saying is the most? Get me like.
She's just agreeing with what Danny said, that women can twist up a man's
Yeah.
head.
So we can both do it, of course. Do you get what I'm
But a
saying?
woman's ability to twist up a man's
Different
head is
levels.
different.
Yeah, we're likely to do it in a sense of what you've gone to, the fornication, the cheating.
Man
No,
is
I
only
didn't-
like
I
men are
didn't go there.
narcissists. They're gaslighting narcissists. They are. But a woman's version of gaslighting and narcissism.
Fuck up.
Rude.
What's that then? That's
What's
the next level.
What, a woman's version?
Yeah.
Woo! That's
Like
that's another topic.
Like I done my little stumble. Me, man, go home and question myself. Like, I don't know, I put the cup there. No, I didn't like that. And half an hour later, like, why did I put the cup there? Why did I do that? That's a matter. I shouldn't have. I really shouldn't have. I haven't done fucking wrong, nothing wrong. But I've gone home like,
Proper question, man. Like,
yeah, like,
that's narcissism.
like,
So
shit.
gaslighting as well.
from
That's
you
gaslighting
could go
as
to a
well.
woman with an issue, yeah, and
Turn it on you.
she'll
quickly.
basically turn it on you. Now, men do the same, yeah,
100.
But a woman's way of doing it
Yeah,
is really fucking superb.
Some of the, they're smart. They're
It's
smarter
superb.
than me.
One thing you gotta know: a woman. If a woman wants to see a man, we're stupid. When we lie,
Yeah.
we get caught in a lie.
Yeah,
a woman ain't getting catching a lie. I'm telling you, a woman will take every. That's why they say most women got bare skeletons in their closet. A woman's taking everything to their grave, man.
Yeah.
Everything.
I
You're
think
not
every
knowing-
woman I've been with, they've got a secret they don't know.
Every
I would
woman
never
I
know. I
know.
don't know.
Every woman I know.
That's what I
has a
say. If you
secret.
ever knew, I know what that means.
And
That
guess
means
what? Even
that
if
means
they
you
don't
got
have the secret, they got a friend who they got secrets
top
on.
secret. Top
Yeah.
secret.
Man's got no dirt on none
You know
of
where's
mine.
that?
How can none of mine have dirt? Not every single one of mine's been fucking heaven. No way. But I don't have no dirt. No dirt. They got dirt on me. I ain't got no dirt, but I know there's dirt.
You know what it is?
But I don't know there's dirt.
carry dirt. So I got bare dirt on people.
Yeah.
I let that shit go.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't carry my dirt, let alone someone else's dirt.
But they're innocent. And then one more before we ask you now.
Yes.
The last one, physical, I cannot speak on. I can't speak on the physical. But I do believe, again, it's the same as the when a man's angry and whatever, it's like, whoa. I feel like a woman probably could lash out more than a man could lash out physically.
And get away with it.
And get away with it a bit more. Because it's like,
But I mean, it's known though.
do you get what I'm saying?
Let's be real.
But the man can't go and cry and stuff because then it's going to be like...
That's a known thing.
If you
Women
phone
can even
me-
cry rape. And
Yeah.
I know that's a different thing.
These are deep topics.
These are deep topics.
Yeah.
They can cry abuse. And when it is serious, it should be taken serious. But those that cry and it's not, women that are stopping their exes or the father of their children from seeing their kids when they know that it's not the reasons that they're saying it is. All of this is part of the manipulation, narcissism, and
get away with a
gaslighting
lot more, yeah.
and abuse, because that can actually fuck with the man's mental. Like, I know a man who would just end up giving up and be like, I'll just wait till, you've said it before, Dan, I'll just wait till the youth's
Until they're
16,
older,
18
yeah.
because it's long. And I don't think there is a time that a man should say or do that, but I also understand why a man reaches to that place when he says and does that.
Yeah.
Because not every man has the mental capacity to go through that.
Yeah, 100%.
You understand?
But then it's the other. I get that, yeah, and I hear that. But then there's the other angle where you that takes a lot to do that, you know.
What's that?
Like to let go, all right, you know what? I'll wait till the youth's big enough to take that
Bruh,
risk.
it takes
and
a
it's the other
massive
thing
amount.
of you're letting a part
part
of
of
you
you go.
and you don't know how much damage that can cause.
That's my point.
And then you wake up, can't sleep because you
But
don't know if
pe- yeah, but
kid's
no one's-
eaten, fed.
Tez, nobody
clothed.
sees that part. Nobody
thing
sees
is-
or nobody even talks about it. I bet we could bring on a few men that would be like, rude boy, it tore me apart. But all they hear is, man, don't go to
Waits,
see his
man.
kids. And he just waited till 16, especially with certain men. We know certain men that when they talk that way, they talk a certain way. It's like, no, I'm just going to wait till my youth 16, 18, bro. When you talk with that energy, you sound, unfortunately, like
You don't give a shit.
you don't give a shit. When actually, man might have been bawling in his yard, in his bed.
That's the
but he
thing,
ain't saying that.
it's happened. I've seen it happen. I've seen it with my own eyes where someone's done that. Years later on down the line, how they've connected, and he said it. He would wait till and the son came to him in the end. Do you get me? And I'm like, how did that happen?
It does
But
happen.
It happens.
It does happen.
Sometimes you can't fight it.
You can't fight it. The dad said it. He's gonna come
they're
to me
gonna
one
win.
day,
Yeah.
and he come with open man, and his arms open, ready for him.
Love
Do you get me? And the son was not so bad. He didn't say like, "Wow, my dad." He said, "Wow, I'm going to see my dad now." You get me? I said, "Wow, this is mad." So I've seen it happen, but that would take a lot for me to kind of.
I
understand.
personally couldn't go there.
Personally, I couldn't understand.
Personally, but I can understand it.
You probably could go through some episodes and see me talking that kind of angle. Like,
No, you spoke that angle for others, not where you would have done it.
oh shit, I threw it on other people. I said,
No, you. no, listen,
You was
I
done
got,
that.
I got a
not like
brethren,
that.
yeah.
No, yeah, but you did. You said like, what about those mans that do that? And you've always said, I personally couldn't just turn my back, but I can also understand how a man could get to that space.
Right, 100%. But now I'm slowly getting not to that space of me just breeze out and wait until they come, but they're big now.
Yeah, no,
So-
as in you now are in the space where they can come to me.
Yeah, now
and I just
it was
don't
like
need to deal with the extra. I'm not
Extra
trying to
stuff.
say that anyone
Extra
is-
stuff, yeah,
extra
extra
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, but I didn't actually answer the question, boys.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
we
gonna
got
get-
story time and that.
So let me answer the question. Firstly, in general, I think it goes because I think there's double standards for both, of
course.
for male and female. And I think what we often do is like we then compare those double standards in it and go, is it more? I just think when the double standard is for women, so where they do get away with a lot more when that when that double standard is when we're talking about women. But I also think that men get away with a lot more when we're speaking about men in certain ways. So I think it changes, isn't it?
Like a you fuck 3 chicks but she can't say I fuck 3 man. You dirty whore.
She can, but that was mad still.
Yeah, it's mad.
That was
mad.
over the
But
top,
I
Dan.
understand, like, is that your
But my
true feeling
point
towards-
was
but
no.
is that-
It's not my true feelings. But it was for the example, innit?
No,
Like,
because most men, as I said it in the last episode. Some man is talking about how she can't have no waste man around her and my kids when you're the waste man, brother.
Yeah, exactly. It was
When it's like if you, the waste
for
man
the
you're talking
example.
about is you.
Yeah.
And that one always takes me. But sometimes I'm guilty of being that waste man. I just know that I don't move and navigate from that space more time. Yeah? But that don't mean that I ain't been guilty of some waste man antics. Of course I have.
I'm getting no promo.
You get no promo. Dan, I need to make one as well, bruv. I can't even ask him to make me one because he takes it as a disrespect. Man.
Have you answered?
I haven't answered. Can you make me one once I answer it?
Yeah.
All right, my brother.
100.
So with that one, Tez, I'll talk to you and Dan whilst Dan's making me a drink. Thank you, brother. My little big brother.
Come on now.
You understand? But with that one, I think it wavers. Yeah. In terms of the abuse, man definitely would get laughed at, and it definitely isn't the same. We know that's a fact.
Yeah. I was running from that still.
Yeah, woman on man abuse is not taken as serious as man on woman abuse. And even personally, I don't take it as seriously, even though I know I should.
Yeah,
you understand what I mean?
definitely.
I was in Jamaica the other day. You lot know this already, yeah?
I was that.
Dream weekend was a dream.
Mad
Come
thing.
on now.
Yeah. Woo! It was nice. It
my
was nice. It
virgin's
was a good
out.
holiday. Thank my boys, man like Hammy and Rome's, yeah? Like, them man there, they look after man, rude boy. You understand? And I just have to touch on that. Like, you see when you got people in your life that bless you, and it's not just always financially, but I couldn't financially fund this holiday, right? And my boys said, they don't watch that.
Love that.
And they took me to Jamaica.
I need some of them, man.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, look, a part of me felt like a bitch. I have to say it like that because I want man to understand how it felt for me slightly.
No, definitely, though.
Right?
I get it.
And I tell you for why. Because like when we're buying cabanas,
I've been
and
there,
they're
I've been there,
raw,
I've been there.
the cabana. I'm not even gonna say the price. I'm not gonna say it online.
No.
I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
But it's grand, isn't it? Yeah. Couple K. Yeah.
No, I'm not down.
Right? What?
Man,
Bruh,
buy a bottle before we get there. Let's
You're
do
saying buy
that.
a bottle before they had us in all inclusive hotel. So I was drinking before I got there, bro.
Wow, sir.
Yeah, because the drinks are free, but it's not free because they pay for it. They pay for the all inclusive. So it's free now that we're there.
Yeah.
But you had to pay the money in order to get the freeness,
To get there.
which I didn't pay for.
Which I felt like a bitch for.
So that's why I felt like, because there's like, so when they're paying
I got you.
for the cabana, so we've gone there to collect our wristbands, and then we're going to pay for the cabana, and then the man's like said, yeah man, blah 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 dollar, and they're talking not Jamaican dollar, they're talking US dollars because that's what they deal with in Jamaica, yeah, because so them steal. So the man's like, yeah man, this that, and my brethren's just drawed for the card. I couldn't even look because there was nothing that I could contribute. You understand? Like, you have to understand.
And it's not nothing. It's not to the value that they're putting. So it's a bit like, what's the point?
I have no monetary value
Okay.
to add. Because if I add any, what I can add is an insult.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So you can, but just man's not gonna.
Nah, bruv, you can't when it's insulting. That's my point. When the value that you can add is an insult to the people who's paying, you have to check what you're where.
Yeah. Mate, my dick feels small. I ain't fucking
Yeah.
putting nothing.
Brother.
I'm putting nothing.
Ain't that Kevin Hart, Joe? And then Kevin Hart talks about
don't
that as
even
well,
know.
like in your lane,
Listen.
stay in your lane thing.
You have to stay.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
That joke was the.
No,
I think that's,
but-
I've learned
but
that.
you know
I
what?
gotta
That's
check in the savings.
My man said felt nowhere about. Yes, he felt like a. You get me?
No,
yeah.
but so I'll tell you like this: on the surface, as a man, the external surface in the
love all the
matrix,
time, it's
I
love.
felt like a bitch.
Yeah, 100.
As a brother,
Love, man.
as a divine masculine, as a real man from like dancing butt naked in Zion, yeah, unplugged from the matrix. I received every part of that blessings from my brethren, you know.
And how did he?
Nah, brother.
How
it
was he to you?
What do you mean?
Because he didn't throw it in man's face and say, "Yeah, but we shut up. I paid for this. Sit down." You get me? No, it's there.
I'm getting on the plane.
You know when some man them on,
I'm getting on the plane, and
you know when some man are on the drink and you my bread, my bread, I pay for him, you know.
Nah,
It's,
I ain't got them
shut up.
virgins. I ain't got them virgins.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I have man them like that, but not these mans.
Yeah, I ain't
Not these mans. I don't go away with them man they like that. Them man they I pay for myself.
yeah.
So them man they like that. So when they talk like that, I'm the man that pokes him in the head. I am shut your mouth. Don't treat man them like that. You man. But I did pay for man. Like, bruv, I'm just letting you know, if this was me, I would have. You're lucky that he's a different kettle of fish because we'd be brawling. We'd be brawling, and I'll tell you, take back your money. I'll spit the drink back in your face, brother. Yeah, but my brethren, Hammy and Rome's, they don't even move like that. Them man, there is a thing whereby, like if them seeing this now, they'd almost be like, "D, stop expose the thing."
Yeah.
But my thing is, it's not exposing.
It's gratitude,
It's actually
man.
gratitude. I need people to understand how much I feel blessed to have that. So even as a bitch, right, I had to check myself and move in my kingmanship.
And do you know what? I think
You understand? And receive the blessings from my brothers, right? So I just want to take the moment to say thank you, boys. I appreciate you, and I had a blast. But during that trip, those same motherfuckers, yeah, definitely did this. Because when we were walking down the road, there was some prozzies. For those of you that don't understand the little prozzy thing, it's prostitutes in Jamaica.
Jamaica.
We're walking by, and the Jamaican, like, my brethren Rome's, he just walks past, like, no, he's not even entertaining. She say, me like you want this pussy, yeah? And I'm just like, raw. That's where we're at. Like, I get it, it's my culture, but I've never really seen my culture offering pussy, son. I haven't seen it like that. You know, not like that.
Exactly.
And then she grabbed my hand. And then she grabbed my things and said, me want to suck this cock here. I said, absolutely not.
English.
I said, I said, actually, I'm fine. I said, thank you, but I'm fine.
Thank you, but no thank you.
Right? The next day, us men were talking about it in the bedroom, innit? Like we're in me and Hammy are sharing a bedroom. And Rome's has got his own room, but he comes up to our bedroom. So we're there now, we're chatting, we're just talking about the night before. And the night before, that when we saw the prostitutes, we were coming from a club where Rome's almost died 7 times because he came across some cold sweats. I don't know if he had a bad alcohol belly or something, but my man was just in there giving the cold sweats. I'm exposing you, Rome's. I love you, but like I saw him die and come back to life 7 times, bro. Because then, man, I don't know what happened, but he found himself and then we left, and that's when the prostitutes just abused me. Next day, my brethren's then we're talking about it, and then my boy Hammy looks at me and he goes, "Are you alright, bro?" Because man, then we don't talk about these things. And I said, no.
No, it's real.
I said, no, you're a violator. And then he starts busting up. But what it was, my point is, we were busting up about actually my abuse.
It's real.
Like, imagine, we then said, imagine it was the other way round though.
Fucked.
A male prostitute grabbed a woman on the road, her things, and said, me want to suck the pussy.
Yeah, or titty or something.
Or titty. Me want,
like the thing, I can't even.
Me want to lick your areola.
I can't even think as far as the pussy.
Suck your nipple till it dries, so till it, you know? Man, Ribbe, even if we were walking down the road, if someone came back and told us, like, where?
No, if we say, yo, who are you talking to? You can't do that. Let alone fucking grab up titty and areola and all that.
So my point, I bring this to you for the reason or the thing. My story is to say, there's no way it's the same. And even we joke it off. If you told me that, raw, one gal just grab your things,
we're laughing.
You got a partner, brother. But I'm still gonna laugh and not take it. But if you told me wifey got grips up by man, I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? What happened? Like, what we saying? I'm not saying that we need to do man something, but does something need to be done? Do we need to deal with that?
Yeah, and that touches on the, like, one of my boy, he's not violent, he's a bad man told, but he's not violent like that. And him and his woman had an argument, and then she slapped him.
No.
But it was a kind of thing of, he must have said something, she over thought he said this, that. She's heard what she's heard. He didn't say it that way. And she slapped him and then threw her plate on him or something mad like that. And he was like, yeah, he was that bit of that there where he couldn't react back the way he would. If he said man then, bro, I would have knocked it out. Do you get me? But couldn't I had to just hold that. Yes. But it was a whole thing of that. I was so disrespected. I'm not talking like, you got to apologize that. But he still felt like that little element of, hold on.
You violated me.
Yeah. That was actually quite bad still. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I properly preed it. I was like, wow.
Like, you got to hold back your natural instinct of like,
yeah, he said, bro, I was going to box it over, bro. But I could,
she boxed him.
Yeah, if I was in that situation, I don't know what I would do. I was like, bro, that's a bit.
No, she would have got her grips.
Do you get what I'm saying? But you can't even do that. He said the kids were there and that. It was like madders.
Have you done that? No, but in front of kids and all that. Bro. Now you do that in front of the kids.
Even though I couldn't even put a
you do that in front of the kids. It's a mad thing.
Mum can do that, brother. It's a straight coming.
Mum can do that.
Yeah, you do that. No, because you know, some of them women are strong. Like, my woman's strong, you know.
You can be a strong. You're not.
Sometimes I've got to just like move her. And she's like, where are you moving,
brother?
Yeah,
that's because you're not in the mode. When you're in the mode of Hulk. Yeah. She's where you're in the mode. There's no way. She's no way she can't move
now.
No, but
because you're holding back.
That's the only reason why you ain't moved.
Yeah, you're holding
back. When I've decided you're getting,
and you man are short as well.
Yeah. So I remember. I know when man is moved to me,
no, but I'm
kind of come and stop to like get in the way and lift them up.
I'm not sweeping over.
Trying to get lift up and lift them out the way.
Just sweep over her.
Sorry.
No, I'm not.
You're not giving them no airtime.
We're not giving them the airtime to do this. No, but you see what I'm saying? No, we're not taking it, bruv. Them
sorry,
tall youths, they like to try to disrespect the man. Them, that's
I was gonna say yeah,
vertically
the same Kevin Hart stuff. The face, like I've done the face, shaped it like shaped it. I haven't touched it, shaped it like what I would do to you.
I've squeezed the
Right
whole
now.
shoulder blade, bruv. Squeeze the whole thing. Just listen. Or I'm here. Don't ever in your whole entire life or existence ever maneuver like that again.
Can I ask where the other person
women
is
love
in
take it to a next level. Like.
Where can I ask where the other person is in that moment? Where is she in that moment? As in, if I'm
gone
shaping
through
the
that.
face, it's a go on then. Do you get what I'm saying? It's that.
No.
So where's the other person? Because we can't say go on then up in her face.
No, if you're saying go on then, I've already told you and stated what I'm gonna do. Now I have to remove myself before I go on then.
So you still have to avoid. You still have to.
I have to because I can't, as a man, put my hands on a woman in that way.
So the double
but I am gonna. The double standard exists. We know it exists. But understand that I also agree with if you put your hands on someone and they put their hands back on you, you needed to know that because the thing that's going around is what if women know that us as men are stronger and physically more able to restrain them and and we shouldn't hit them, they know that. Why would you then put your hands on me? If you know that.
Because they know that.
No, if you know that, why would you then do what you know you shouldn't do? If you know the result is that if I put my hands on you, it would do damage, why would you put your hands on me? Especially if it's a man you don't know.
Because
if it's a man you do know, stupid, but it makes more sense. Don't put your hands on nobody, ladies, I beg. But if you put your hands on man you don't know that man's values. Yeah, man. That man may say, and his parents could have told him that too. From anyone put their hands on you, you have the right to defend yourself.
Probably like she tells her children. Probably.
I'm just saying, if you put your hands on my kids, understand my kids can do whatever it takes in order to defend themselves. I also tell my kids, don't bruck up no woman, don't bruck up no girl, but don't let no girl put their hands on you. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's a hard one.
Do what? What's that? What's the hard? What's?
No, he's talking about the abuse, not responding in a way that is gonna be. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, it's yeah.
Because I've seen it all my life and I don't like it. You get me?
What's that?
Domestic. You get me?
Okay.
No, then I respect that. I respect that, brother.
So, man, stay away far from that. The world's too big, fam. I go about my business, travel. God, listen, what you want it? Nah, we ain't fighting. I'm going my way.
Right.
But I can see why man them get caught up in abuse. That there can have an effect on man's manhood and behaviour.
Fully. It's abuse, man. Do I go on to the next one? Another question or what? How are we for time?
How are we for time first before you go on to the next question?
Yeah. So we established that there's a difference.
There is a difference, and I think it varies based on the example. For me, in general, I think it varies. In the example of the abuse, it's definitely the women get away with more, and it's laughed at when it's men.
I think so.
There's no two ways about it.
Because there's no like me going to the man and saying like just keeps on just fucking up my head and
you don't need to say it like that. That's a violation. You didn't have to say it like that.
Man meant different.
No, he said it different.
But you flip it.
No, but you said it
woman
all moist. You said it all moist. Man can still be strong about them things. There.
Alright, cool.
You know, you said it, man can still be like, hey brother, you know, my missus put her hands on me and she keeps doing it, brother. I don't know how to respond. I really don't know how to respond. Like she's dashed food at me, she boxed me in my head. Man's out with brethren, she's telling me I'm out with her friend, I'm out with her sister. Take my youth. She's done a madness. She's done an act. Man can still speak a certain way, and he doesn't. It doesn't even have to be a man from the road. It could just be a normal youth speaking and be like, "Look, I'm going through stuff, and my missus is abusive, and I don't know what to do and how to handle that. I don't know how to move through that. I don't know how to navigate." But most men wouldn't share that with their brethren.
Alright, so before we do move on, how would you suggest to handle that? I'm not saying you've got the answer.
No, personally, I would say, like Tess said, leave firstly, yeah, and go seek some therapy, brother. Because those things that will affect you regardless. Just based on society.
It will change your perspective on life and the world and stuff like that.
Definitely.
People, how you respond to people,
other women.
And you know, and also the main thing, people keep thinking counselling therapies are madness where you just go and talk to someone. What they do is give you these tools that help you unlock tools that are within you to help you deal with situations. Do you get what I'm saying? So even though like my main thing will just straight go to scripture, and I'll find a scripture that relates to it, and then I'll be like, all right, cool. And
What
that's
scripture would relate to this?
I have to find one, you know.
See if you can find.
The Bible. You go to the Bible and
Yeah.
See if you can find a scripture that would relate to this, because I'm not familiar with a script. I'm not familiar with scriptures like that anyway. But I'm definitely not familiar with a
No,
scripture
there's actually one
that
coming
relates
to
to
my
that.
life. Okay.
To abuse. Yeah. Really?
There's a scripture for
I was
everything.
gonna say apparently.
Oh, of course. I just don't know of a scripture for
There's a
this.
scripture for everything. I didn't realize that. That's how I was like, wow, there's an answer for everything. But
Yeah, don't feel no way to go to counselling. Basically,
yeah, give you the tools, man. Just give you little
I
things how
say
to
that as
deal
a man
with it.
that's never seeked counselling.
Is it?
me
I've,
too.
I've never, I've,
Me
I've
too.
never seeked it, but I'm a man who really kind of, I speak, man. I'm not afraid to speak to my boys or my girls. I'm not afraid to seek counsel. So it may not be professional counselling, but I'm not afraid to speak and share how I'm feeling. Like if I was,
100.
I would share them kind of things with my boys, even if
You know,
they laugh man out.
I done the cheap option. You know, like you got a friend that's a counsellor. That's what I got. You get me?
It's not a cheap option, bro.
You get what I'm saying?
That's
It's
a
not the
smart
cheap,
option.
smart option. You get me? But she done a mad one the other day where when the conversations are different. That's why I don't phone her often. Sorry. But I can't phone her often because she sets tasks, but without even setting tasks. She go, "What are you running from?"
Yeah. I fucking know it, don't I? Do I know it?
Nah, you don't know. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got. You know me, you're mad.
What's the matter with you, lot?
No,
So nah, she would Kemi, man. Her name's Kemi.
yeah, I do know Kemi.
Yeah, Kemi.
Although I wasn't.
Live.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I don't know.
Yeah, Kemi's a
Sorry,
counsellor.
Kemi. If I do know you, I apologize.
She's about that life anyway. So she's like my mentor kind of element. You know
Love
what I'm
that.
saying? So
Big up Kemi.
she'll do the random thing. Just like, what are you running from?
Them ones get you thinking.
And what I've learned, because don't react, just think about it.
I hate those ones. I'm that person.
Love that. Love that.
That's why.
Because I'm always cancelling people, and when you get it back to yourself, you're like,
Yeah.
the
I'm that
cheek,
person.
the cheek, fam.
Don't tell Shan.
I don't know if I necessarily got the friend.
I want Shan's eyes on camera. It's her eyes, bro. Just her eyes. It's just,
We need it in it, just the eyes, isn't it?
Them pretty.
hey, brother, mind yourself, you know.
Sorry. I don't know if I've definitely got that friend, but I got the podcast, did it? It's fucking. I'm here. Pure episodes. Man's helping. Saying that, the last episode, one of the early episodes, the whole "I love you" conversation. You know,
Whoa. What are you saying?
that's a standard thing in my house now.
What?
That's a standard
Based off what, though?
off of the episode.
So what? Is
What-
it about
what's
what
it?
triggered it?
Oh no, not Pops is not in my house, so not Pops yet.
you
Pops
see?
is on this. Like I don't know what you lot are talking about. I'm like, Dad, just watch the shows. Like,
He's afraid.
Man's not talking about you.
No, he's afraid
Yeah,
that it's gonna come
I don't know
up.
what you're gonna say
You know
about
the
me.
worst thing he said, dadsrus. Oh lad, the man got spoiled.
He's thinking, Lord, my God, what me do to him?
Yeah.
I don't need to the
He's not
world.
trying to
I
watch.
don't want theatre stuff. I don't know why
He's
Dad's
trying
got a
to
list.
watch it. Yeah.
My father's got a list. Dad don't even have a list, bro. None of our dads have a list, bro.
No.
I mean, no one what them thing there,
But
my brother.
that's standard in my house now. It's become.
You saying
it's
what,
not
just love you,
every
yeah?
single time, but it's
You can feel
a couple
it.
times a week.
You
and
saying?
not just feel it more, a couple times a week.
Cause and effect. What about
where
you?
it's normally
No.
hold on, where's normally like
sorry.
In the household, 100%.
normally where's normally like see you later, and it's like this is a bit of an awkward moment because we'll probably just have a nice day. Yeah, you have a good day too. But now it's just love you, I love you too, and it's not we gotta giggle this off or we gotta. It's just like
Did Mumsy watch it?
yeah, and sis.
And sis.
Calm,
This is standard
Calm
game,
in my house now. It's just the
Were you saying sis is saying the thing too?
standard. But I also had one friend ran me the other day and was like, big up you. Like, hey Danny, what's up, whatever. I spoke to my dad the other day. Oh, okay, like, did you not sort out whatever? Oh, yeah, we spoke about it, whatever. I told him I love him. I was like, okay, yeah. Will I watch your show? I was like, oh shit, what, do you not normally say it?
Sick.
No, I don't. But I said it to him and he said, I love you too. But I was
Village,
like,
innit?
wow,
Is this
mad thing.
girl or boy? Sorry,
Girl.
Girl.
A female.
Female.
Yeah, to her dad still.
To her dad.
Yeah, and she's the eldest in that. She's the baby, but they don't actually say it to each other. But she did.
But you
still.
just said two different things. She's the eldest. She's the baby.
you know,
Man threw me off with all types of.
yeah, that sounds mad.
Yo,
the
she's
eldest,
the baby as well.
the
She's
eldest,
the eldest.
but you know that like in my house, my fucking sister's the princess, isn't it? Princess.
Yeah, the queencess. I like queencess. You know, go on.
I don't know if that came out, but I'm gonna run with it.
Yeah, no,
I
run
did
with
say
it.
the queencess. Yeah, she's the eldest, isn't it? So she's
Yeah,
the
she is.
princess. She's
Yeah.
the princess and whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just don't normally say it to each other.
Okay.
But yeah, she watched the episode and she said it. She went first and he said it back.
Oh, so what you're saying is she's the eldest, but she's the only girl.
Not the only girl,
But she's the first girl, so she's the queen.
Yeah,
the princess. Yeah. All right.
So she tells me anyway. But
Do the rest of them say I love you? Do you know
I
that?
don't know that much.
But they just started saying, that's mad, boys. Come on, we're
But the
doing
fact
something,
is-
right?
And I was like,
Thank you, Shan.
Yeah, I was
No,
like,
take
Well,
that.
we
Let's
can-
receive that.
because I'm just like, yeah, what's going
Danny,
on, whatever.
receive the applause, son.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what.
No, listen to it.
Oh. With your eyes.
This man, hey, ever since Danny
Sorry,
became a big
sorry,
man, yeah,
sorry.
listen, no, I need to talk about this for a second. Ever since
So
Danny
yeah,
became
that's
a
a
big
must
man.
subscribe, like. That's joking. Like,
No, we're good though. We're good. What are you saying? Should we wrap this up, boys? This is a good episode.
I don't know. Well, yeah, we could. We ain't got to drag it.
We ain't got
Nah,
that.
but though, and no, I have to put a little piece in though.
Oh, wait.
Go on.
What's
Because obviously you're talking about
No, but why are you
comebacks-
moving so serious?
Comebacks and that, innit? Things that reflection time, innit?
Right, okay.
So it's reflection time. So it's more to do with what this does in terms of my behaviors, in terms of how I am as a dad now. Because I'm thinking, if I'm gonna start talking on these kind of things on platforms, now away from Max and Shan and coming here, like there's two different angles now. I've got to be a good, better in my relationship and make sure that work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be what it is in it. Like don't be fake and all that. Same way being a dad, I can't not be a pop. I got to learn how to be the ultimate father now, innit? Ultimate dad. So I've had to do things differently. And step up the game a little more in terms of my youths, all of them. Like all of them, I'm like, this is amazing. Man has to do the whole, like even the other day I was like, why am I sitting here? I should be in the bed reading with the kids and that. Like just sitting there going through YouTube like some donut. When the kids are just they want my attention. Let me give them attention, innit? Gave them attention. Playing it. This is how dumb it was, yeah. Because this is from the pod, like learning to be a dad, like the representation, innit? So I'm saying to myself, yeah, let me go and play with them. And we're hanging the dollies from the bunk bed and that, punching them up and that. They love that.
Yeah.
She's like, "Are we doing that again tomorrow?" You're not understanding that she's basically this is what she yearns for, and I'm not giving it to her. You gotta give it to
Every time this man
as
says
children.
yours, I have to make sure I get him. Yearns, brother.
What do you mean?
yearns,
yearns.
yeah.
Yearns.
What, bro? I didn't go to school, fam. Like,
I
yeah,
respect
right.
that.
You get me?
I mean,
didn't
I
do
heard
them
you
things.
say it before, but yeah.
I respect
Exactly.
that. No, not to this, man. Don't make that a diss, man. Don't make that.
Nah, joking.
Get me? We have to,
But we have to hold each other
so-
accountable.
So we learn.
So yeah, that was the whole daddy thing in terms of.
But that's what you're saying. She yearns for. She yearns for
Yearns
that
for.
thing, and
They
you
all
feel
yearn
that.
for the kids.
And you
All my
feel
kids
that.
yearn for something. You get me? So by me stepping up as a dad, I'm set. Just evolving as I should.
Yeah.
I'm starting to identify, knowing that I'm doing this has helped me to start to identify more that what I need to be doing as a dad.
We're
To be honest,
Taking
every
it
time
more,
you-
even more serious.
Every time
get
you
me?
say things like, "Oh yeah, I was playing with the kids more," you make me. I always go off into my head and be like, "Oh yeah, Tiz is right. I should put my phone down, and go chill." Like you said, just the other day, I must have
Ramping, you know, you know the ones where you
I
just-
just went and kicked my son, bruv. I just went and kicked him, but like as in, say he's lying down. I just went and like pretend I'm gonna stamp on him, and then just rub my foot in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kept leaving the room, but I kept coming back in. But the smile and the joy on his face, brother.
You wouldn't even believe.
Like I'm laughing for the smile and joy.
Yeah,
I
because
know,
he was having so
I know
much.
it's-
He was looking back at me like, he's gonna do it again.
Yeah.
Go on.
And then I come in and I just come in, I step on him and be like, hey, bruv, hey, mind yourself, you know.
Like it's so dumb and silly
It's
from
so
our angle.
dumb that, like, the other day I was in the park. It was their last day of school. Yeah. And then we went to the park. So
They're
they're
all
there with their
ramping, the
friends,
whole
all ramping.
school, yeah,
Whole
it's
school's
mad,
ramping. And then I was there with Jeffrey, my brethren, big up Jeffrey Phillips. He said, Mo. Yeah, we went to the park and we started DJing. So we're there with the mums and the dads. And me and him, I've taken a chair and a table and we DJ and we go live on Instagram.
Yeah,
And we
man
just
tuned in.
DJing.
Big up, Jeff. Yeah.
Big up Jeff, and we're doing that. And then when the kids were walking by, my sons, and I got twin sons, and my sons and their friends, they're walking by, but they're looking at man, innit? Because we're there and they're looking and they're laughing. Obviously, the friends are kind of like, oh, your dad's like, oh, he's cool, but obviously laughing, but obviously they're gas. Like, your dad's proper cool, but they're kind of like, yeah,
gone for
whatever.
this.
Do you know what I mean? Then I look at them and say, what, fam? Are you looking at? Well, you don't want some? And I start get up and chase. Run after them, they start breeze
And they're
down the
like,
park, brother. They're
yeah.
screaming. But it's those moments. So then when they walk by, they're doing it again and they're looking. I say, what, you looking at man again? Hey, man's not from West London, you know. I'm from South Ribble. I bust man up, you know.
Yeah, I know
And I
this.
stand up and I
Nothing
chase
with
them,
West
jump
London.
over the gate this time. They're like, "Rah!" But every time you say it, Tez, you actually remind me. So
a real
thank
thing,
you,
man.
brother.
No, 100.
Every single time you say it, you actually remind me that it's important to do that.
Yeah.
Put your phone down. Come off the come off the computer or the laptop or the iPad, whatever it is.
They need your attention.
And they need your attention. And sometimes it's just, even if it is just sitting down with each other and watching a movie, having a conversation.
Fully.
Do you know what I mean? Like they made their own way for the first time from their club on the bus yesterday.
Sick.
So like by themselves, they came back. So I was just looking at them and said, what, any man look at you on the bus? Anything happened? Like, what going? Like, no, dad, no one was there. Blah, blah, blah. You see, Artishan's invested now. Because that's her sons as well. You understand? She's watched them grow. She's been a part of their whole development and their growth. So I know she's now paying attention because it's like, what, by himself? You understand? She's like, why didn't they call me? You weren't even there, bruv. You know, they got their phone. So all of those things that you're saying, thank you.
It's real stuff, man.
100.
Yeah,
This is where we have to step up as dads a little bit more, and it's not easy, but yeah. Winning our struggles makes us stronger. Sharing our strategies makes us wiser. Innit?
No, say that there, say that.
He's always got these little
winning our,
under your breath, go on.
Yeah,
winning our struggles makes us stronger. Sharing our strategies makes us wiser.
Win in our struggles.
Winning our struggles makes us stronger. Sharing our strategies makes us wiser.
You see, no one heard that before. So you have to make sure you say
I swear, I thought it was a known thing.
Yeah,
I thought it was a known.
Similar. Why do we always, before we wrap up, go to the aggression with the boys? Because I'm doing the same thing.
What?
My son, aggression.
We just understand.
Just go a little like.
No, we understand.
Why'd you do that?
Like that?
No? You'd be like, why'd you do that? I'm like, because
My sons, yeah,
I'm like, why?
we understand that men, like, think about it, like, even in, went to a party the other day. Well, their mum, Cassie, took them to a party. Or she went to a party, but it was a girls' party, but the boys, them at the party, everything was aggressive. They're playing with each other and everything's aggressive. Like, fam, well gone, it's all bouncing. But remember, that's what we used to do. When music played, we didn't dance, we jumped and pushed each other. Whilst the girls went, move, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the boys like, hey, we're jumping.
Yeah,
Get me?
pow.
If you listen to Tez's
Pow.
bloody ringtone, his ringtone says jump.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't, and that's what men are. We just, it's like, it's kind of like, oh, what are you saying, bro? You're right.
I'm on the same thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
but it's not a,
Just bet my son, what did you do that for? Because I'm just giving you some affection. What?
why are we like that?
Yeah. What? Like, I just wanted to just touch you, innit? Well,
But that's our love language.
It's the same thing.
With our sons.
Spoilers just showing we're there.
It's the same thing.
At the same time,
do you know
we're
what I'm saying?
there.
Like,
Yeah? Don't.
Like, I'm
but-
involved. I'm here. And I got a love you at my daughter as well. I got a love you at my daughter.
What?
Yeah,
What,
man.
random or just...
Like I say it just
You
like I
watched it?
normally do. But as you
doing
lot said,
it?
nah.
Oh,
But
no,
as
she
you lot
said it
said,
back.
as you lot said, no, but
being
you've made it a
consistent with
play.
you.
You've made it a play thing. And I was like, no. Like, bye, daddy. I said, no. I said, I love you.
Okay.
Love you too.
You made it.
Well,
And it changed.
I went out the room. Yeah. I was like,
Curtain dance.
Yeah.
I done the curtain dance, you know.
That's it.
You get me? Then
Before I
Not
went-
unusual.
before I got into my son's room, I was like,
you're
yeah.
right. Yeah, I'm good.
You know those ones that you turn around and see her just looking at you.
Yeah,
Yo,
man.
Dad. Man's just like, no, I was just stretching.
Man drove home with the
Bring
music
it
up and the windows down.
Bro.
Yeah,
Like, proper out the door, like, you know them dogs there that...
yeah, like, yeah.
I'm even
I
mad.
mean,
that.
dadsrus, but yeah.
I respect
Listen, the fact is,
But that's a lot that's happened though.
yeah,
There's much more.
Like,
Look at
couple
them.
but as in
episodes,
from
that's
what
a
we've
lot.
spoken about,
couple episodes.
couple episodes,
Like
Mumsy,
that's
household
one or
love you.
two examples. I've bare phone calls, messages, all this type of stuff, and it's like Mandem have no idea that we're going through similar type of stuff.
Right.
That's the kind of gist I'm getting. But the fact is, the point is, learn, share, understand. We're doing it with each other. We're inviting you to learn, share, and understand with us as well, innit? Comment, like, subscribe, all that
Don't
good
know.
stuff. Come on,
Say your
please.
thing, man. Say your thing. What's your thing?
Nah, it's at the start.
MySpace, come down my MySpace.
Nah, hey, big up yourself now, about 65 Block. Quite done on the MySpace. People, you done no like, subscribe, share, and all them things there. You get
C'est soir.
Yeah.
Love and manners each and every time.